Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the hourly time frame. And I wanted to provide this brief update from last video, which is just hours ago. And at that time, we were looking at the symmetric triangle here with the light white lines right here that was forming, and we were just about to break out here. And in fact, we did, and but kind of petered out and didn't go anywhere, and then took this dump. So we can, I think, safely get rid of these targets. I'll just get rid, I'll leave them there for a second. Just because sometimes we do on these triangles have a false breakout to one side and then hook around the end of the triangle and continue on, which we could still be playing out here. So let's just leave that, and the end of the triangle would be right about where we're at right now. So if you use this dash center line of this sloping channel here, because you can see we've wicked down here, and here, just about to that dashed line, and also here, and we are currently right there again. So this could be one of those little hook around the ends kind of scenario playing out. So we'll just see what happens there. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about, because we took this dump down. You can see it barely because it's a wick. We dumped down here. If I can get my thing there. Started going down, and then had a big dump all the way down to here. And then it was quickly bought up, and it switched to a 5-minute chart where you can see I was about to try to buy a little more, scrape up some more pennies and throw them in down here. But by the time I could get things going, this is a 5-minute chart, we'd already come way back up here. And if we are simply oscillating in this symmetric triangle and then going to dump downwards, it's not really worth it. It's like what is that, 2% move right there. It's all gonna be eaten up in fees and trying to rush around, and plus I'm kind of at my limit right now. So but with this move here, we are now creating a symmetric triangle. As I switch back to an hourly chart so we can see the whole thing. Defined by these thick white lines here. Now, I'm debating whether the base of the triangle is this thick white line here or the green dotted line, which is already an established trend line that we have as part of our green parallel channel that we've I'm trying to draw that line that we've discussed many times. So that's more symmetrical if you use that green dash line that I just put that orange line over, and you can see that we definitely do have some support and resistance right here at the start of the triangle. It actually, this wick right here on this red candle is about the same distance as this wick here. Well, you know what? Yeah, this wick comes, where does that wick go to? Yeah, it comes just outside the line there. Yeah, so it's hard to say, but the cool thing is, so if you want to use the thick white line here, or this one as the base of the triangle, I've come up with two targets. This aqua colored target and or measurement here, and the lighter green measurement there. And when you place those, I placed them right about the inauguration at 1700 UTC. I believe that's when the inauguration begins on Monday. So I don't know where the breakout's going to be, but I thought that just might be a good location to put those. Of course, it might happen, you know, any time leading up until there. But placed there, those targets to the upside, well, the long one puts us right around where we were saying, and also to the top of the green channel that we're currently trading in. So that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's pretty balls on accurate there. And the shorter target doesn't really get us there unless we break out in the next few hours, and we could move this up here somewhere. Unless we break out now, that might get us in the vicinity of the top of the channel. Where would that be? Well, that would be a new all-time high. So I don't believe we would be stopping there if that were the case. I was calling for about 110, 111 around the either the green top of the green channel or at the top of the white channel here. So that's what I'm looking for in the next day or so. Now, to the downside, since they are different bases here, well, the longer one takes us just around 100K. Slightly below the 100K line, but you know, it's just a rough measurement. 99,828. But so basically 100, which makes sense. And the other one brings us right up around the top of the Gaussian channel at around 101. Or 100. Actually, the line goes to 100, 657. Top of the Gaussian channel is around 108. So, you know, they both make sense to the upside and the downside. Actually, really, the longer one makes sense to the upside. So, you know, that's what we were saying earlier. Actually, that was the worst case scenario I was looking at. I actually do think that we would try to hold the center line of the white channel here at about 100 and, well, I remember now what I was saying is that if we did rally upwards up to 110, that we would come back down and test the center line of the white channel over here into the FOMC meeting, perhaps, and that's around 104.5K, which is the right here in the consolidation that it's right around where we're trading at right now, currently. And it's actually right around where that the top of the symmetric triangle that I identified. It's pretty much right there. So all these scenarios make sense. So I just got to watch and see and be ready. But mind you too that often before we get the true move, you get a fake out to the opposite side. So really got to pay attention to what's going on here. But those are the targets as far as I can tell. So see you next time.